we are here to do something good for the good people in this area. But it would be remiss of me not to start by first of all saying a happy belated Arbor Day to every single person in Barbados. And I want us to rewind our minds to 1955, Hurricane Jeanette, this 22nd of September, when tens of thousands of trees were felled with the excessive gust of the wind and the vagaries of that hurricane. I want to say that since that day, there was an equal ambition and trust for persons to replant trees. Not only with the planting of trees as a part of our mitigation and militation against climate change, but in terms of reducing our fossil fuel and ensuring by 2030 that we will be as fossil fuel free as possible and as carbon neutral as possible. So I'm saying, along with purifying our water, along with being able to bring a cooling of the atmosphere, along with being able to prevent the soil erosion as we know it. And I'm imploring the young people of this country to be part of this exercise because it can basically save the generations and the next generation and the next generation to follow. So it's significant that as we open this park, that we are going to start by planting trees around here, beautifying and allowing trees to do all those things that I just mentioned. I am excited today.
Keep it clean, keep it green. Keep it clean, keep it green. Be proud of our nation's beauty.
This journey began in Ferniehearst, where we started by creating a recreational space for the residents who live in that surrounding area. And I'm happy that I can expand and I can bring the same project and to create a recreational space here in Pavilion Terrace. And I want to discourage those of you who would take it upon yourselves just to come and dump what you don't want in your backyard here, for other people to come and clean up after you. I want you to know that the Sanitation Authority have measures in place that could come and collect any bulk waste that you may have. So I'm begging you, just work with us, work with the government, work with me, work with the minister to help make things a little easier. Because at the end there, when you come and dump, you inconvenience the neighbors. Because when the neighbors complain about the rats, it makes things more difficult for us. So I'm asking you kindly to stop the illegal dumping. And I'm happy to be able to transform this area and turn it into a recreational area. So those of you, the elderly, the children, the youth, will be able to have an area where you could come and sit down and relax, and ensure that when these fruit trees that we're about to plant mature, you will have fruits that you could pick, and that will help contribute to good health as well.
To who I know and to who I don't know, I'm glad to see that this area is being rectified, and I'm happy to see I'm speaking on behalf of my tenants too, because sometimes people come as soon as it is clean and it's made us uncomfortable. Who don't live down in here just do it, and I'm not pleased about it. And I am glad to see that the area is being rectified.
Within the Ministry of Environment and National Beautification lies a tree planting program, which has many mandates. This site here, or this clean and green site here in Pavilion Terrace, will encapsulate quite a few of these mandates. One of the primary mandates will be that of food security. And what do we mean when we say food security? We're speaking about the state of reliable access to the significant quantity of food, the affordability of that food, and the nutritional value and content of that food. Here we are pushing a lot of tropical fruit trees, and this will go to the reserves of the vitamins and minerals across Barbados and their resources. And we know this goes a long way in fighting and warding off non-communicable diseases. The second mandate is that of environmental sustainability, which would increase the biodiversity across this island. When we say biodiversity, we just speak about the many microorganisms that exist within a particular area. And this goes to balancing the ecosystem in this country. Thirdly, we look at enhancing the beauty and the landscape across this country, where we are taking away the undesirable vegetation and making it into something beautiful that all eyes can see and behold of the sight. And lastly, we have community development, where these two ministers are pioneers when it comes to community development. And we're asking friends, family, and loved ones to come out and support this site once it is finished. Now, we have thus far planted just around 400,000 trees across this island. That we should be proud of. And finally, we have a competition we want to launch come November, a tree planting competition, to get all of these activities into play. From this tree planting competition, we can have backyard activities, backyard farming, and this will breed the life into young entrepreneurs into farming. So I'm asking the residents here, once this site is completed and full, I want you to bless it with your presence as we once again revitalize the community spirit here in Pavilion Terrace, St. Michael.
Good morning to one and all, residents in the community. I would like to thank you all, Mr. Ford, Mr. Rowe, and also my dedicated team for putting on such lovely work in the community. And also, I really appreciate to see that you all have been doing something very good in the community by cleaning up all this rubbish, because it does not look good. And many residents is be like, we don't put in there and they in there, and people can't put in there. But sometimes some new residents need to also do the right things. Do the right things. Right? So all I would like to thank you all, Mr. Ford and Mr. Rowe, for your dedicated work, and also my team again, and all these hardworking people here.
Keep it clean, keep it green. Be proud of our nation's beauty.